So before starting our SQL Server development class, let me introduce myself within 2 minutes. Okay. So myself Sirisha Reddy. I have having 7 years of experience in the IT industry. So in my overall experience, I'm expertise in the skill sets are okay. BI technologies comes under MSBI like SQL Server, Power BI, okay, and data engineer tools, okay, like we have ADF pipeline and SSIS, okay. And coming to the analysis tools like Azure Analysis Services, Azure Synapse, okay. And we have the SSAS, SQL Server Analysis Services. And coming to the expertise in the database management systems, okay, and data mining and data modeling techniques, business intelligence, okay, and to do analysis in the both Power BI, Excel, and along with that, okay, data analysis in the Azure part as well by using the Azure Analysis Services. Okay. And coming to the visualization, we have the Power BI as a data visualization engineer and data engineering the tool. Okay. We are using the Azure technologies. Okay. Comes under like we have Azure Data Factory. Okay. I will explain you what are the data engineering will comes under. Okay. So everything we are going to discuss in the upcoming classes. Okay. And I have the experience and certified in the data analyst and as well as the data engineer from Microsoft. Okay. So I have done the certifications like AZ900 from basic to Azure. Okay. To deep level like DP203 as a data engineer, DP205 as well. Okay. And we have the Microsoft Fabric next generation. So that is also I've certified. Okay. So these are the my whole experience in the previous. Okay. So just come to next topic, our SQL Server. Okay. So we'll discuss first of all before going to the SQL. As you are experienced person, so already you know about the data, what is information, why we want to use databases. But first we'll go to the one by one. Okay. So data. What is data? Okay. In the SQL Server, before doing that, this is also one of the database, right? SQL Server, we have Oracle, okay, in the market, okay, there is a variety of the databases we have in the market. But first of all, why we want to use these databases, okay? So before that, first we understand what is data, okay? Data is nothing but any real-time object, we can call it as, okay, anything we want to any information, it's like a small big, okay, it is a structured unstructured any format of the data, okay, any format of information we can call it as, okay, data, anything in object in a real time world, okay, that object we will call it as a data. Okay, for example, my name Sirisha, your name Haris, okay, that is also one type of information, right? Okay, so those kind of we can call it as a anything, okay, anything in the real time world object, we can call it as data. Okay, so and data or information, okay, we can call it as data or information. Okay, why we want to store? Okay, first we understand data is what, okay, and what is the information. Okay, so data, we already discussed about anything in the real time object, we can call it as a data. But what it means, what we'll do with this data to storing, okay, as we shown in the real time, like we are storing, for example, take an example, mobile phone we have, okay, in the WhatsApp chats and everything we will send some messages, right? And phone pay or Google Pay we are using for some transactions purposes. Okay, those data also we are seeing from history data as well, right? Okay, and coming to the YouTube has a streaming data, we have multiple of videos uploading in seconds. Okay, so first thing, data. Next upcoming generation will be the everything into the data technologies only. Okay, it comes under data analyst, data engineer, okay, and it comes under data scientist, AI, machine learning, everything. AI and machine learning also what it will do in the data science part, they will do the they will do the predictions, right, based upon that. Okay, so like we have chat GPT, okay, everything, all technologies are related to with the data only. Okay, because if you see in olden days, okay, the data we are storing in the format of CDs. If you see, okay, we have in the olden days, okay, to store any marriage videos. If you have your parents, okay, your parents or that time, okay, whenever we want to do listen some videos, old type of tape radios we have, right? So that time we are using the some discs, okay, so those type of information small, right? So that's why they are using. But nowadays, coming to the next generation and all, the data size is increasing very hugely, okay, like MBs, gigabytes, okay, petabytes, okay, it's like increasing on daily basis, okay, daily basis it's increasing, okay. So to store this, okay, to store this, some scientists, okay, developed kind of a different formats of the data storages, okay, different kind of, okay, to store the data. They are used different formats. So that formats I'll tell you, okay. Like for example, they in olden days we have the file formats of the data also. Now also we are using, okay, only file format of data. Like we have example Excel, CSV files, okay, and we have XML files, okay. These all files, okay, where we are storing, okay, in the format of files, okay, we are storing everything in a file format, okay. So the data we are storing in a file format, like example Excel, CSV, XML, okay. These files management system, these file management system will contain only less amount of data, right? The less amount of data. But okay, but we have DBMS, okay. So DBMS is nothing but what? Database management system, okay. To overcome this file format data, okay, to store large volume of data, okay, the scientists have developed this DBMS, that is nothing but database management system, okay. Why they have maintained this database management system and what it is database management, okay. So DBMS is nothing but it is a software, okay, it is a software to store the data, okay. It is a software system to store the data bulk wise, okay. Whenever we want to store the data in the form of, okay, like we have tables, okay, or file format, anything, but DBMS will store the data huge manner, okay. Some we can store more than GBs, we can store it, okay. That is we purchase what is the type of premium license, okay, that we'll discuss in the later, okay. So DBMS is nothing but a database management system which is used, okay, to store the data, and we want to manage the data as well, manage the data, okay. So for that purpose we will use the DBMS, okay. DBMS is nothing but a database management system. It is a software system which is used to store the data and manage the data, okay. So these are the example for the DBMS, okay. Under this DBMS, okay, under this DBMS, in olden days, okay, in olden days, they have different types of the databases they have developed, the scientists, okay. Like we have hierarchical DBMS, okay, and we have network model, okay, network model DBMS, and the central databases, okay, and we have relational databases, okay, relational databases, okay. Everything we'll discuss in the upcoming classes, but I'll tell you one by one. Hierarchical DBMS, network DBMS, relational, central, everything we'll discuss in the later, like one by one in deep, okay. But network hierarchical DBMS like we have hierarchical data type of, we want to store, like we have CEO under we have the managers, okay, under the managers we have the people, okay, like associates, under associates analyst, okay, to store the hierarchical information of the data, okay. But this is not succeeded in the after that, okay. It is not a good practice, like after most of the companies not using this hierarchical DBMS also, okay. So and next they have introduced this network model, but it is also storing the data in the form of nodes, okay. It means interlinked to the all the tables, okay. So next we have the central DB, that is also not successful, but the relational database, okay, relational database management system. What is RDBMS, okay? What is RDBMS? That is nothing but a relational database management system, okay. It stores the data. It is also one of the database management system, but it stores the data in the form of, it stores the data in the form of tables, okay. Table is nothing but a what? It is a two-dimensional structure to contain the data in the form of, data contains rows and columns, okay. It stores the data in the form of rows and columns, okay. So you are experienced person, I hope you understand the what is a row, what is a column, right? So if you want to explain me, I'll tell you what is a row, what is a column. As of now, any doubt here?
No.
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 Okay, good. Okay. Okay. So RDBMS is nothing but it is also one of the DBMS software which stores the data in the form of tables. Okay.
Table.
Yeah. In the interview also mostly they will ask you the difference between DBMS and RDBMS. Okay. So the example for RDBMS in the market we have Microsoft SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server, and we have Oracle DBMS, and we have IB2 from the IBM market, okay, and we have the MongoDB, MySQL also, and MySQL also we have, etc. We have so many, okay. But most popular, if you see, Oracle DBMS and Microsoft SQL Server, MS SQL, and MySQL, okay. Why? Microsoft SQL Server was developed by, what we are going to learn in the upcoming classes, that is nothing but Microsoft SQL Server, okay. This Microsoft SQL Server DBMS was developed by Microsoft, okay. Microsoft company developed this Microsoft SQL Server, okay. So an Oracle company was developed PLSQL, or we can call it as a SQL like, okay, Oracle DBMS, okay. To manage the data, like to connect to the database servers, everything, we are going to use called as SSMS, okay. I hope you know about this, but if you don't know also, no problem, we'll discuss in the upcoming classes, okay. There is a tool we have, that is nothing but a SSMS studio, okay. I'm just opening for to showing the how we can write the queries and all, okay. Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, okay. So here where we can connect to the database main, if you see connect database engine or analysis services and integration services, reporting services, and Azure storages also, like whenever we want to connect to Azure Synapse, okay. So those kind of we can connect to, okay. Any questions from here?
Ma'am, we are going to cover this reporting services and all other these services in this class.
No. This class completely for, okay, I will show you to connect, how to connect, okay, for one of
Acha.
any reporting services. But this class, okay, upcoming classes are mostly for SQL Server development, okay,
Okay.
and they have given to you, okay. Like we have the classes first will complete for the what is SQL Server and introduction and everything, and SQL mainly will cover all the SQL advanced concepts, okay, like stored procedures, functions, okay. after completing the SQL commands and everything. Okay, joins. Okay, we'll discuss all those and SQL advanced concepts also. Okay, like we'll cover stored procedures and cities, common table expressions. Okay, functions, indexes, triggers. Okay, and error handlings. Okay, etc. Okay, we can connect to all, we can learn all these concepts. Okay, why, when we use to these concepts and all. Okay, and after this you can able to connect to any kind of like a database, SQL server database. Okay, and you can connect to the integration services, analysis services. Okay, I'll show you one example to you in the later classes. Okay,
Okay.
how to connect. Okay, and we can learn the t-sql concepts. Okay, that advanced topics, these and all. Okay, t-sql concepts, and some we will cover the all the interview questions what they gonna ask you. Okay, because interview questions is tricky questions sometimes, right? They will ask you like a table A contains 1100 some null value, table 2 contains the data like 11. Okay, what will be the output in inner join, outer join, and what will be the output in the left join, right join, merge. Okay, so union all. Okay, so those kind of interview questions also I'll explain you in the later classes. Okay, after completing all the basics, advanced concepts, we'll cover the all the interview questions also. Okay, so once if you learn this SQL, I'll sure about this. Okay, everywhere if you want to go to any data analyst job. Okay, or particularly for SQL developer classes. Okay, a position SQL developer, or you want to become a data engineer. Okay, if you go to any related to data industry kind of thing. Okay, data scientist or wherever. Okay, this SQL is mandatory. Okay, this SQL is mandatory everywhere. If you learn the SQL, okay, you can able to handle SQL Server DBMS or Oracle DBMS, MySQL DBMS. Okay, SQL is everywhere is common, right? Why? SQL is structured query language. That is nothing but a database language. Okay, SQL is nothing but a. Why we learn this SQL? To connect to the databases between DBMS software and the user, right? Okay, whenever we want to connect to the DBMS, because database will contain the large volume of the data. Whenever we want to fetch some data, or whenever we want to update the data, and whenever we want to do delete, update, any kind of operations we want to deal with this. Okay, we'll use this structured query language. So if you know about this SQL in any of your position or in the future also, if you learn one time, just one time, okay, you can able to achieve in any way like data analyst. If in the in any organization, if you go, okay, so everywhere they will use the SQL database at once time. Okay, means you will face that in any project. Okay, because definitely database is required, right, in any project. Okay, they want to use Oracle, or they want to use DBMS, or they want to use Azure cloud, anything. Okay, so but ultimately SQL is mandatory for everywhere. Okay, so it don't waste like if you is it useful to learn now, you are feeling like, but no. Okay, is it your wish you want to learn or, but make sure if you learn the SQL concepts in the future. Okay, now. Okay, it will be helpful in the upcoming also, because why I'll tell you, as I said, next generation will be everything comes under the data. Okay, so without data there is no projects in the upcoming. Okay, because every day we see some lakhs crores of the data is dealing through social media or through markets. Okay, you can see any application, everything is digitalized, right? So we used to handle different structures of the data, like unstructured, structured, streaming data. Okay, so data is coming different formats. Okay, to deal with those DB technologies, SQL is mandated to connect to the databases. So SQL, if you learn, it's very useful now. Okay, hope you understood, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. You have any queries? Let me know. Feel free if you have any query. If it is a small query, big query, anything. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. Good. 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 Okay. So next we'll go to the, or particularly you want to know anything about this. Okay. Let me know if you want to learn anything else. Okay. Now, do you have any query related to what this class is going to learn and everything? Okay. Please let me know. But in this class, once if you join and okay, add on the practice, but by itself I'm telling in the first day only. Okay, if you do practice well, okay, without practice, okay, you can't able to learn right any concept. Just listen and go, no, it won't achievable. Okay, you have to install this ssms studio, you have to practice creating database, creating tables, doing some multiple operations. Okay, like differences you will understand until unless like you practice. Okay, so practice makes man perfect, right? People used to say. Why? Because so whenever you execute some query, what it is giving the output. Okay, so then only you will get to know idea. Okay, just by seeing and listening the video and just do writing that, okay, it won't applicable. You have to practice. Okay, because you don't know the difference between like a when I have to give the single code or when I have to pass the values, numbers. Okay, so that and all, and how to write a best practices. Okay, to save the time mainly. Okay, what will be the shortcuts do we have? Okay, so because you are experienced person, that's why I'm telling you. Okay, so what will be the shortcut time? How to handle the error situations? Okay, so those kind of how to optimize the query. Okay, how to improve the performance of that. Okay, query executions and SQL Server profiler we have, right? Okay, so everything we are going to learn in the upcoming classes. Okay. Harish, you are till now what kind of technologies you learn?
Ma'am, I used to work as a support on-site support engineer on SQL Server only,
Okay.
and yeah, after that I was working as a manual tester,
Mhm.
and then currently again I'm starting with refreshing these concepts of SQL Server.
Oh, okay, okay, great. Then you have some idea about the basics of SQL, right?
Basics, yes.
Yes, very great. Okay. So just continue by that way only. Okay, some basics to advanced level. Okay. Then you want to switch to any other position also, or it will be helpful in the current project also. You want to move from other role. Okay. So that will be very useful. Okay. So
Yes.
yeah. Any queries do you have?
Uh, Currently, I'm
Feel free. Feel free if you have any query. Okay, okay, no problem, Harish. Okay. So for today demo class, okay, actual class will start in within 3 days. Okay. Don't worry about this. These are just basics. I'm just explaining what we are going to discuss in the upcoming classes. Okay. So how data is coming in the market and all. Okay. So and if you want to any help related to, okay, ma'am, I want to become data analyst or I want to become SQL developer. So what will be the process I can go through? Okay. So, but wherever which position is there, a data engineer, data scientist, any level you want to go to, okay, if you learn SQL and SQL server concepts, okay, that will be helpful everywhere, okay, not only in any one of the developer role and all, okay. So that's why I can assure that if you learn now, okay, it will be helpful in the future as well, okay. So then, do you have any queries? Please feel free. Not today only. Okay, you can join tomorrow. Okay, next 3 days we have the demo classes. Okay, so you learn here. Okay, and you have any queries. Okay, and you have to be the practice. One suggestion I can give you, okay? So until unless if you don't do the practice, you can't get the idea, okay? So that's my suggestion, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, then we'll meet tomorrow same timing, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.